First, I'm just going to bring up the fact that on Wednesday, I did something that I usually don't do. And I went up and talked to a girl,
Oh
actually.
boy.
I know, Evan, just what are your thoughts about that? You know me, you know how I am. Just,
Yeah, first of all, just round of applause for that. As always, that's a big hurdle, right? Like, it's not, and honestly, I think that's a social media age thing. It's not easy to just go up to talking to people, especially if someone you find attractive. So I'm gonna give you props on that. How'd it go?
unfortunately, I did not get her number because she had a boyfriend, but it looked like there was some interest in there. Maybe we'll be friends. I don't know. I'll see how it goes.
Maybe we'll be
This
friends.
this was at school. This was at school, by the way.
Okay, maybe we'll be friends. Maybe the whole boyfriend thing doesn't work down later the line and then something happens, you never, but it's good to try. Some people, we live in, with some negativity, sometimes people can bring it. It's always good to try. You never know what's going to happen, but sometimes it does hurt to get rejected too, though. We gotta we gotta keep it
I mean,
honest.
I don't think it was straight rejection. It was a boyfriend block, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, a boyfriend block, that's not a that's like I physically can't. Like it's not like I'm not interested.
Like, I'm just glad she wasn't a you know what about it. Like get out of my face. Why are you talking to me? Blah, like all that.
Well, how was she
Like I'm just
about it?
glad. I mean, it sounded like she actually had interest in me. It just was the whole fact that she had a boyfriend. So there's that.
Okay, never know, right? Um, all right, so yeah, that's some pretty big news. We're proud of you, Jordan. Keep it up. I'm gonna keep doing the same on my end for sure. All right, so talking about baseball, I know Jordan really wanted to talk about this, and so do I. I think we're finally gonna get a lockout. I know it's not like Kyle Tucker's the final domino, but this is the Dodgers' fourth contract over 200 million. And with Kyle Tucker, of course, going to the Dodgers last night. And then we get more news. The Mets are signing Bo Bichette, I believe that happened today, right, Jordan? Yeah.
Correct.
So it's literally just all the same team. Red Sox are making moves, getting Ranger Suarez, like just the same five teams. And honest, no, I don't blame the Dodgers. Sign everybody, right? If all the other owners are going to lay down and say kumbaya, the MLB is not going to do anything. Yeah,
What
just
they're
dominate the league.
what the Dodgers are doing right now are completely in the rules as we stand.
Exactly. You play to win. You don't play kumbaya. So absolutely. And I think the nail, and I think this week, and people are realizing it, it's not like a fringe opinion like a couple years ago. We're finally going to get a lockout next offseason, of course, because that's when the labor bargaining agreement expires or whatever. We're finally going to get a lockout, and I can't wait. And I know people are going to say, "Oh, well, Evan, aren't you going to miss baseball?" And it's like, I'm going to be honest. I like baseball and I love baseball, but I want the White Sox to win. And at this point, and you guys know me, I'm about as positive a guy as it gets. At this point, I'm probably on pace to see the White Sox have like three winning records in my entire life. Like because we don't spend, and most most other teams don't spend, right? So that's the trajectory we're on. If I miss baseball for a year or so and we get that fixed, I would appreciate it. So bring on the lockout. That's what I gotta say. What about you,
And
Jordan?
I think Major League Baseball 150% needs a salary cap. We had Jeff Passan actually on the Pat McAfee show earlier, and he was talking about how ideally going into opening day, he would like every team to think they have a chance. And right now, we just don't have that. The Dodgers just seem like they're just too overpowering right now. And again, like I said, I mean, credit to them. What they're doing is technically in the rules right now. So, I mean, I don't know what more can be done right now, but yes, a lockout is imminent after next season.
Yeah, I think so. And it'll be because there have always been bad owners. Like that's never been a question. There's always been a couple bad owners, but now it's like half of the league, and they're realizing like, dude, we have no choice. Like there's no point. That's why all the off seasons now, when it wasn't even like this, are just the same five teams spending, and it's very sad because I love baseball and it shouldn't be like this.
I mean, I would like going to baseball games more, but it's so hot down here, especially June, July, and August.
Yeah, I would say
As
I would
Evan,
say get a shady spot, but even then, if it's like 100 with humidity, it's not really making much of a difference at
yeah,
that point.
humidity is a big deal down here.
Yeah. Even in the shade, that's not doing much. And then you get one of those fans where that doesn't really do anything and yeah.
No, it's how do you think we're feeling right now with the weather? It was, I believe, like in the teens today or last night.
That's
Like it
chilly for Georgia.
obviously warmed up as the sun came up today. But how do you think we felt last night? We were in our heavy blankets. Uh, every coat we have, five coats deep, just bracing the elements.
Yeah, absolutely. It was getting chillier here too. It's been pretty warm the entire time I've been in Oklahoma, but it was like I don't think it was in the teens. It was like 25, but geez, it's so windy here. I feel like I'm gonna blow away sometimes. That's probably why they get all the tornadoes. But oh, I also I guess side topics I just want to announce because I've been mentioning that I've been at the academy. I passed my first test this week, got a 93%. So we're staying here. Thank you for the applause, Jordan. And yeah, looking a lot of studying to do, but glad to get that done for sure.
All right, I want to just talk really quick about the NFL divisional weekend. We have Buffalo going to Denver, San Francisco going to Seattle, Houston going up to Foxborough, and we have LA going to frigid Chicago. I don't know if you've seen the weather forecast for that game, but it's absolutely insane.
Yeah, I saw I actually saw it on Instagram. I didn't see what exact temperature it's going to be, but I saw the snow coming down and I saw like a video of I think it was the Sears Tower like swaying back a little bit and forth. So it's not going to be a fun
And to
one.
move it and to move that building,
Yeah.
that's something. But yeah, so my question is, which matchup do we think is going to be the most entertaining?
Ooh, that's a good question. So you got the Bears and Rams, you've got the Bills and Broncos, you've got the Seahawks and 49ers, and you've got the Patriots and the Texans. Oh, I like that, but that the Texans are a sneaky good team. I was underrating them. I know I said the Steelers were going to win. That flopped. They, obviously they fell apart. The Texans, and I don't trust CJ Stroud as far as I can throw him, but the team around him is very interesting. I might go
Nico
that
Collins is
route.
out. Nico
What's that?
Collins is out, by the way.
Okay. Okay, Nico. So that hurts a little bit on the offensive side, but it's either that one or the Bills and Broncos because the Broncos are the number one seed, but the Bills have Josh Allen. I think it's either one of those two, but I don't know. What do you think?
Um, I'm gonna go with the Texans and Patriots. Actually, we saw both defenses in the wild card round. Put up single digit efforts. Houston gave up 6 points to Pittsburgh. The Patriots gave up 3 points to the Chargers. I do not think there's going to be a high scoring game at all. And if you know me at all, I like defense. 17-14 kind of game, 20-17 kind of game. That's what I like. None of this, 45 to 42 crap.
Yeah.
So that one, that I would think that one would be the most interesting to me.
I don't think we're gonna see Seattle and Sam. Well, actually, Seattle has a pretty good defense, so I'm not sure. But like, I was gonna say that might be the game that would be if I had to pick the 40 to 40 something, it'd probably be that one. But Seattle actually has a really good defense too, so I don't know if any of them are. That's like a Mahomes thing, I guess, but we don't have that in the playoffs this year.
No, we do not.
Oh well, we'll see. Well, actually, we may not see Taylor Swift next year, so maybe it just might be the Mahomes crew. We'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah, Travis Kelsey may retire.
I
Um,
thought for sure he was going to. I think him and Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers, of course, are just gonna like wait a little bit, like until they can gather the spotlight. Because if they announced it now, no spotlight would go to them. The playoffs are going on, but like if you announce in like February or March, you'll get your flowers. So I think that they might be
right,
waiting for
and
that.
I just want to mention that I went to the UGA basketball game this past Wednesday night. I had a pretty good time. The seats were amazing. But can I just say that through all the good things that UGA basketball does, we don't really have a defense. So tomorrow's game against Arkansas is going to be interesting. Can we outscore the Razorbacks? They just put up 108 points on the Gamecocks on Wednesday night, and obviously an SEC victory. And to win by 38 points in an SEC game is absolutely outstanding. So, I mean, the game is in Athens, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and especially as it gets like later in the season, like some of the really good SEC teams, they do play defense on in basketball. So, but it's good. I'm rooting for Georgia. It's cool to see new teams. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were ranked 21st. and then obviously lost on Wednesday. But we'll see if we somehow stay ranked on Monday, or if if we see new teams jump in.